still pull the chair out and wait for the sound of your keys on a table or your boots on the ground. The waiter just smiles with a pitying eye as I order for two and then swallow a lie. The steam from the coffee is rising like smoke from a fire that died and a promise that broke. I'm guarding the perimeter of an empty space, searching the crowd for a ghost of your face. The candle is burning, the napkins are set for a dinner date with a permanent regret. I'm a host to a shadow, a king of the air, building a life on a vacant chair. And it's just a seat kept for no one, a place at the table for a happily ever that turned into a fable. I'm holding the menu, I'm holding my breath in the quiet museum of a love's sudden death. You aren't coming back and the world knows it's true, but I can't tell the heart that's still waiting for you. It's a lonely religion, a silent kind of fun, keeping a seat for a person who's gone. The reservation was made in a different year, before always became just to wish you were here. I see the couples who laugh and who lean, living the chapters that fall in between. I'm a statue in velvet, I'm a mammoth of stone, proving that together can feel more alone than a house in the woods or a ship on the sea, because you're sitting right there in the absence of me. Should I ask for the check? Should I blow out the light and finally walk out into the rest of the night? But if I stand up and I leave it behind, then I'm admitting the us was a trick of the mind. Yeah, it's just a seat kept for no one, a place at the table for a happily ever that turned into a fable. I'm holding the menu, I'm holding my breath in the quiet museum of a love's sudden death. You aren't coming back and the world knows it's true, but I can't tell the heart that's still waiting for you. It's a lonely religion, a silent kind of fun, keeping a seat for a person who's gone. Table for one, but I'm paying for two. The wine is getting sour, just like the memory of you. I'll stay a little longer, just in case the door swings wide, but I know there's no one on the other side. Just a seat, just a ghost. I'm standing in a puddle that feels like a sea, watching the always drift away from me. The water's only inches deep, barely hits my knees, but I'm gasping for air, begging for a breeze. You didn't leave a canyon, you didn't leave a cliff, just a quiet it's over and a body that's stiff. I'm looking at the surface, I can see the stones while the cold starts to settle in the marrow of my bones. It's not a tidal wave, it's not a great flood, just a slow moving poison in the river of my blood. I'm falling on my face in the middle of the street, where the shadows and the runoff are starting to meet. And I'm drowning in the shallows, gasping for the light, in a half-inch of sorrow in the middle of the night. It shouldn't be this heavy, it shouldn't be this hard to walk across the grass of a broken down yard. But my lungs are full of static and my heart is made of lead. I'm sinking in the things that we never quite said. A beautiful disaster, a pathetic kind of hollow, just drowning in the shallows where you're too proud to follow. I can see the shore, it's only a step away, but I'm anchored to the ghost of a yesterday. The ripple of your laughter is a weight on my chest, pulling me down for a permanent rest. People walk by and they don't see the tide that's rising and swelling and breaking inside. Just get up, they whisper, it's not even deep, but they don't see the secrets that I'm forced to keep. Is it a tragedy or just a mistake to die for a love that was barely a lake? I'm reaching for the gravel, I'm clawing at the mud, while the I still love you turns into a thud. Yeah, I'm drowning in the shallows, gasping for the light, in a half-inch of sorrow in the middle of the night. It shouldn't be this heavy, it shouldn't be this hard to walk across the grass of a broken down yard. But my lungs are full of static and my heart is made of lead. I'm sinking in the things that we never quite said. A beautiful disaster, a pathetic kind of hollow, just drowning in the shallows where you're too proud to follow. So close to the air, but I can't find the top. So close to the end, but I don't wanna stop. Just a little bit of water, just a lot of the pain. Drowning, drowning in the rain. The edges are yellowed and the creases are deep, from the secrets I promised I'd probably keep. I've read every sentence 1,000 times over, until the ink doesn't feel like a sting anymore. Your handwriting stumbles on the part where you say that you're sorry for leaving in such a cold way. I'm tracing the L and the O and the V of a ghost that no longer belongs here with me. The air in this bedroom is heavy and still, like a winter that's waiting for a window to fill. I've held onto the paper like a lifeline, a spark, but it's just a white flag in the middle of the dark. And I'm folding your last letter, one corner at a time, closing the chapter on a rhythm and rhyme, reducing the always to a small square space, hiding the I miss you and the ghost of your face. I'm tucking the maybe and the should have been in, where the paper is thin and the memories begin. It's a quiet surrender, a long distance step, just folding your last letter to help me forget. The first fold is for the night that we met in the rain. The second is for every I'm sorry and pain. The third is the hardest, it's the wish you the best. It sits like a mountain on top of my chest. I'm making it smaller, I'm making it neat, so it doesn't take up the whole side of the sheet, or the whole side of the bed, where I still feel the ghost of the version of you that I love the most. Once it's a square, where does it go? Under the mattress or out in the snow? Does it stay in the drawer with the keys and the lint? Or do I set it on fire for a silver blue hint of a life that was lived in a different skin? Before I let the new silence begin. Yeah, I'm folding your last letter, one corner at a time, closing the chapter on a rhythm and rhyme, reducing the always to a small square space, hiding the I miss you and the ghost of your face. I'm tucking the maybe and the should have been in where the paper is thin and the memories begin. It's a quiet surrender, a long distance debt, just folding your last letter to help me forget. Small enough to hide, small enough to stay. I'm putting the us in a box and away. The last crease is done, the story is through. I'm folding the page on the memory of you. Goodbye. I'm sitting on the hearth where we used to stay warm, watching the shadows lose their human form. The logs have turned to silver, the heat is moving on, just like the way you slipped away before the dawn. I've got the matches in my pocket, I've got the paper too, but I'm tired of the labor of trying to kindle you. The chimney's getting choked with the soot of every fight, and I'm losing the desire to be the only light. My hands are covered in the charcoal and the dust of a heavy-headed promise that's turned into a must. I'm blowing on the embers till my lungs begin to fail, but the glow is getting smaller and the orange is turning pale. And I'm letting the fire go out, I'm stepping away from the smoke and the mirrors and the things I had to say. I'm letting the temperature drop to the floor. I'm not gonna feed the forever anymore. It's a cold kind of mercy, a dark kind of grace, to watch the last flicker disappear from your face. I'm done with the burning, I'm done with the doubt. I'm just letting the fire go out. The room is getting quiet the way a winter starts, freezing up the distance between our heavy hearts. I see the half-burned photos, I see the tangled thread of every I'll stay with you that we ever said. If I keep it going, I'll only burn my skin, trying to keep the warmth where the ice is settling in. There's no more wood to offer, there's nothing left to give, except for this hollow where we used to live. It doesn't feel like winning, It doesn't feel like hate, it just feels like finally accepting the fate that some things are meant to be ashes in the end, and some broken things are just too charred to mend. Yeah, I'm letting the fire go out, I'm stepping away from the smoke and the mirrors and the things I had to say. I'm letting the temperature drop to the floor, I'm not gonna feed the forever anymore. It's a cold kind of mercy, a dark kind of grace, to watch the last flicker disappear from your face. I'm done with the burning, I'm done with the doubt, I'm just letting the fire go out. One last spark, then the blue, one last breath of the memory of you. The smoke is rising, the hearth is cold, I'm walking out into the dark, I'm told. Let it go, let it out. The apology is sitting like a stone on your tongue, but the bell of our forever has already been rung. I filled up every jar in every corner of this shelf with the should have beens I'm tired of telling to myself. You're looking at me now with those heavy pleading eyes, like a little bit of regret could undo all the lies. But the floorboards are buckled and the roof is caving in, and I'm too tired to wonder where the sorry should begin. I've run out of jars, I've run out of space for the ghost of a promise in this hollow, quiet place. The air is too thick and the light is getting thin, and there's nowhere left to let the I'm sorry in. There's no more room for sorry, the house is overfilled with the ghost of a life that we never got to build. The closets are bursting with the things you didn't mean, and the forgive me's are rotting in the spaces in between. I've stacked up the heartaches right up to the door, I simply cannot carry even one apology more. It's a beautiful ruin, a heavy-headed story, but there's no more room for sorry. I used to hang your sorries like pictures on the wall, thinking they could catch me every time I'd start to fall. But the frames are all broken and the glass is underfoot, and the garden of our always is covered in the soot. You can say it 1,000 times, you can write it in the sky, but it's just a paper bandage for a wound that's gone to dry. The ink is all gone and the pages are all torn. I'm just mourning the person I was before the storm. If I take another one, I think I might just break. It's a weight on my shoulders that I'm forced to forsake. Keep your I didn't mean it, keep your if I only knew, because sorry isn't enough to bring me back to you. Yeah, there's no more room for sorry, the house is overfilled with the ghost of the life that we never got to build. The closets are bursting with the things you didn't mean, and the forgive me's are rotting in the spaces in between. I've stacked up the heartaches right up to the door. I simply cannot carry even one apology more. It's a beautiful ruin, a heavy-headed story, but there's no more room for sorry. Take it with you. When you walk out that door, I can't find a place for it on this broken floor. The I'm sorry box is full. The us is finally through. No more room. No The doctor says I'm healthy, that my vitals are all fine, but there's a heavy-headed static at the bottom of my spine. I'm breathing in the morning, but I'm choking on the day. Since you packed the last suitcase and you looked the other way. It's a quiet kind of fever, it's a shivering in the bone, the kind of ache that only happens when you're truly all alone. I've tried the pills and potions, I've tried the crowded bars, but I'm still just a casualty of these jagged silver scars. It isn't just a blue phase, it isn't just a funk. It's a sinking of a spirit in a ship that's already sunk. The walls are closing in like a slow motion door, and I don't think I know how to be me anymore. It's a terminal loneliness, a heart that won't bend, the kind of a story that's already found its end. I'm living in my hospice of a love that didn't stay, watching the almost and the forever fade away. There's no cure for the hollow, no medicine for the why, just a long and steady waiting under a gray and heavy sky. I'm past the point of saving, I'm past the point of us just turning the loneliness, turning to dust. I see the people pass and I see the couples hold their hands against the winter and the growing of the cold. And I feel like a ghost who's forgotten how to speak, watching the used to be's make my knees begin to leak. I'm the landscape of a desert, I'm the mountain of a salt, trying to find a moment where the love came to a halt. But the diagnosis is final, the charts are all filled in with the traces of the places where you used to be. My skin, don't tell me it'll get better, don't tell me I'll be fine. You can't fix a heart that's been crossed out by a line. I'm settling into the shadows, I'm making friends with the dark, waiting for the final flickering out of the spark. Yeah, it's a terminal loneliness, a heart that won't mend, the kind of a story that's already found its end. I'm living in the hospice of a love that didn't stay. Just terminal loneliness turning to dust. No visitors in the middle of the night, no miracle, just the fading of the light. I'm staying here in the ward of the lost, counting the heartbeats and weighing the cost. The doctor says I'm healthy. I've been reading our story from the very first line. Back when the ink was gold and your hand was in mine, I memorized the chapters of the summer in the park, in the dog-eared corners of our whispers in the dark. But I'm running out of paper, I'm running out of ink, and the plot is getting heavier than I ever thought to think. I turn the leaf over, expecting one more stay, but the story just stopped in the middle of the day. There's no grand finale, no fire in the sky, just a sentence that ended without a goodbye. I'm staring at the margins where I thought we'd write the rest, but there's a hollow kind of silence sitting heavy in my chest. And the last page is blank, there's nothing left to read. No more forever for a heart that's starting to bleed. I'm holding the pen, but the words won't come out, lost in the white space of a permanent doubt. We were a masterpiece, a beautiful mess. Now I'm just guessing at the end, and I guess it's a book with no finish, a long and lonely rank. Yeah, the last page is blank. I looked for an epilogue, oh, where are they now? But the spine is all broken, and I don't know how to bridge the distance between once upon a time and the cold, empty rhythm of this broken-hearted rhyme. I see the ghost of a daughter, the shadow of a home, in the empty white valley where I'm forced to roam. It's a cliffhanger from hell, the to-be-continued line, when I'm looking at a desert under a paper-thin sky. Should I scribble in the margins? Should I make up a lie to give us the ending that money couldn't buy? Or do I just close it and put it on the shelf and learn how to read the story of myself? 'Cause the last page is blank, there's nothing left to read. No more forever for a heart that's starting to bleed. I'm holding the pen, but the words won't come out, lost in the white space of a permanent doubt. We were a masterpiece, a beautiful mess. Now I'm just guessing at the ending. I guess it's It's a book with no finish, a long and lonely rank. Yeah, the last page is blank. Nothingness, where the always should be. White light between you and me. I'm closing the cover, I'm putting it down. Just a story that ended in a frown. The end. I'm still walking around the side of the bed, avoiding the space where you laid your head. The carpet is worn in a familiar line, where you pace in the dark when you weren't quite fine. I see you in the steam on the bathroom glass, a silhouette waiting for the moment to pass. But when I reach out to steady the frame, the air is just hollow and it whispers your name. It's a trick of the light, it's a glitch in the day, the part of the us that won't fade away. I'm living in a house that's half full of air and half full of someone who isn't really there. And I'm just tracing the shape of your shadow on the floor, memorizing the way you don't live here anymore. It's a dark, quiet outline of a love that went cold, a story of always that never got told. I see you in the corners, I see you in the hall, a permanent stain on the white of the wall. I'm haunted by the ghost of a grace I couldn't keep, falling into the shape of your shadow while I sleep. The armchair is holding the curve of your back, and the sunlight is finding every new crack in the life that I'm trying to build from the dust, while I'm scrubbing the hinges of a broken down trust. You left a U-shaped hole in the middle of the room, where the garden of maybe forgot how to bloom. I'm a sundial waiting for a sun that won't rise, staring at the darkness with these tired, heavy eyes. Does it follow you too? Does it stretch out behind the weight of the person you left here to find? Or did you step into the light and go free, leaving only the shade of your memory for me? Yeah, I'm just tracing the shape of your shadow on the floor, memorizing the way you don't live here anymore. It's a dark, quiet outline of a love that went cold, a story of always that never got told. I see you in the corners, I see you in the hall, a permanent stain on the white of the wall. I'm haunted by the ghost of a grace I couldn't keep, falling into the shape of your shadow while I sleep. Just a silhouette on the hardwood, just a memory where we stood. The sun is going down, the shadow is getting long. I'm still here where the light went wrong. Just a shape, just a ghost. The velvet's still indented on the right side of the chair, like a ghost is staying late, just hanging in the air. I haven't moved the cushion, I haven't wiped the dust. I'm guarding every fiber of a broken-hearted trust. The morning light hits the fabric, it highlights every fold, a map of all the stories that we never finished told. I'm sitting on the carpet, leaning my head back against the edge of always that's starting to crack. I reach out my hand to feel for the heat, but I only find the shadows and the taste of defeat. It's a hollow kind of geometry, a cold and quiet math, trying to find a way back to a different path. And I'm just staring at the space where you said that once upon a time, and that was that. It's the heaviest canyon in a two-bedroom home, a valley of the silence where I'm forced to roam. I'm building a wall around a vacant throne, learning how to breathe in a house of my own. But my heart is a compass that's pointing to the flat, empty, lonely space where you sat. There's a coffee ring on the table, a halo in the wood, a permanent reminder that I'm misunderstood. I see the way the shadows stretch across the floor, pointing like an arrow to the closing of the door. I still find myself talking to the air on my right, describing all the colors of a lonely city light. Then I catch my own reflection and I see the bitter truth. I'm just a lonely tenant in the wreckage of our youth. Should I buy a new sofa? Should I rearrange the room to sweep away the traces of this heavy-handed gloom? But if I move the furniture, I'm moving on from you, and I'm not quite ready for the sky to turn to blue. Yeah, I'm sitting at the space where you said that once upon a time, and that was that. It's the heaviest canyon in a two-bedroom home, a valley of the silence where I'm forced to roam. I'm building a wall around a vacant throne, learning how to breathe in a house of my own. But my heart is a compass that's pointing to the flat, empty, lonely space where you sat. Just an outline in the afternoon sun, just a memory of the damage we've done. I'm still here, you're still gone, and the space stays empty from now on. I used to wake up to the sound of the kettle's low hum, and the steady soft rhythm of your heart like a drum. The sheets would be tangled, the morning was loud with the what are we doing and the staying in cloud. But the sun hit the pillow and found only dust in the hollowed out spaces of a broken down trust. I reach for a shoulder that isn't quite there, and my fingers just graze the cold morning air. The clock on the wall is a hammer in the room, nailing the shadows to a garden in gloom. I'm gasping for noise, I'm begging for a spark, but the light is just as lonely as the middle of the dark. And I'm waking up to the silence, the loudest of pains, the sound of the ghost of you running through my veins. It's a ringing in the ears, it's a weight on the floor, knowing I won't hear your key in the lock anymore. something new, but the static is all that is left of the you. It's a heavy-handed world, a violent kind of peace, waking up to the silence that'll never find release. The radio's broken, or maybe it's me. I'm tuned to a frequency I can't even see. I keep the TV on just to fill up the gaps between the maybe one day and the certain collapse. I'm listening for footsteps that stopped at the gate, while I'm drowning in a quiet that's starting to wait. 100 pounds, kilos on every breath that I take, in a house that is waiting for a heart to just break. Is this how it ends? Just a mute kind of war, where the I love yous don't echo across the floor. I take the shout and I take the goodbye, just to hear something more than this whitewashed sky. Yeah, I'm waking up to the silence, the loudest of pains, the sound of the ghost of you running through my veins. It's a ringing in the ears, it's a weight on the floor, knowing I won't hear your key in the lock anymore. I'm screaming inside just to feel something new, but the static is all that is left of you. It's a heavy-handed world, a violent kind of peace, waking up to the silence that'll never find release. Can you hear that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just the sound of me letting go, or trying to quiet